Welcome back to the Diecast Museum, guys. Today we are looking at 15 new Greenlight vehicles released in 2022. Of course, in the background there is Sam's Salvage Yard, where a lot of these vehicles end up resting. Today we are going to be focusing on all of these cool new castings. Several are brand new to my collection, including the 74 Ford F-250 Camper Special, 2021 Ford Bronco 2-door, the Sheriff 94 Ford Bronco XLT is a big hit, sold out rather quickly. And I have just a ton of police vehicles from all different years, brands, and makes, including some 70s cars, 80s cars, and also a bunch of taxi cabs. Not one, not two, but 3 Dodge Diplomat cars in this collection that we're looking at today. Rounding all out with a 91 Ford LTD from New York Taxi and a 67 Chevrolet Impala Sport Sedan. Everything pre-opened and coming out of the package for a full loose review here on the display table. And everyone likes a little update on Sam's Salvage Yard, although this won't be a long update as we are mainly going to focus on those 15 exclusive Greenlight cars. Here are where the vehicles you saw in the last video got parked. At least a few of them anyways. Line of El Caminos. The Golf tow truck brought in on the giant trailer. And the Cadillacs came to rest along with the lawnmower. El Camino in front of the tow trucks. Our tow truck operator, Henry we're going to call him, is over here inspecting a nice new motorcycle that came in on trade. And what else have we got parked? Let's just scan around. We will have a new monster truck joining the fleet, as you saw in the opening of this video. And there are a couple trucks that our owner, Sam, not the operator, Henry, has put into the forest, kind of as a eye-catching attractant for people new to the yard. And just a ton more cars still over here piling up. All right, and back to the task at hand. Let's plant this camera down on the tripod here. Check out the packaging quick on these vehicles while we open them up. Everything is ready to go, so this should be fun. We're going to be checking for any awesome features on these cool models that weren't apparent by looking at the vehicles in the package. First one out is going to be the Falcon Tires 2021 Jeep Gladiator. These are mostly marked as hobby exclusives, but most hobby shops do carry these if they are carrying other Greenlight products. They're not overly exclusive or hard to find. I buy most of mine online and from my local diecast store, Aurelia Diecast. But here it is coming out of the package. Very well equipped Jeep. Oh, let's make sure we don't break anything. And nice and shiny straight out of the package. I have not done any actual pre-opening of these castings, so you're seeing them for the first time with me. And we've got an interesting kind of taillight there. Looks like the whole taillight got painted silver by accident, and it is a little wonky. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that up. But great looking casting, and I may have to adjust the focus angle on this camera so we're not zooming in and out like that. But this one has the whole roof rack assembly, a ton of off-road fog lights, push bar, winch on the front, and those big, huge wheels and tires, all metal, of course. And we always do a roll test. Wow, that's smooth rolling vehicle. It's even got a little bit of jump potential. Oh, yes. All right, let's park that one. Go on to the next vehicle, which is going to be even larger. That's this trade show exclusive 2022. Well, that was a trade show. 1986 Chevrolet S10. Fairly new casting still from Greenlight. Some other trade fairs and toy fairs around the world. But we're looking at the model primarily in these videos. And this is it coming out of the packaging. Check it out. What an awesome paint job on it. Huge wheels. Love how the hubs are painted green. And that massive chrome roll bar. Fog lights and fuel cell in the back. Look at this one, even says Greenlight Collectibles right across the tailgate. So that is nice. Also very shiny. Metal base with the plastic suspension support. Very cool. The next vehicle out is going to be the Camper Special. And this one is a brand new casting for the camper attachment, I do believe. 74 Ford F-250. Really cool artwork on it. Not a whole lot of information, but still a nice displayable piece if you like them in the packaging. Of course, I prefer them out of the packaging, and we do have a little bit of a flaw right off the bat here. It looks like the bumper has just come unpinned. That is not a big deal, as you can see. Push that right back in, and we're off to the races. Look at the curtains cleverly painted on the front of this camper. Great looking wheels and tires. Super cool paint job with all the chrome trim. And I really do like these camper exclusives that Greenlight offers. I pretty much buy every single one. It's a nice heavy truck. It's got a bit of a wobble, but it rolls. It's probably just a misshapen tire, and oftentimes you can kind of get those set back on the rims. Maybe they're just a little off here. I'm not really sure. Not going to worry about it too much, but that camper is attached securely, although you could go ahead and remove it. Another awesome model, so really happy with that one. Now, this is the only casting that you're going to see today out of the 15 that wasn't an exclusive. This is actually from the anniversary collection, I believe, or maybe it's the Barrett-Jackson's collection. Probably the Barrett-Jackson's collection. These packages do have a lot of information on it, and this would be VIN number 001 for this. That's why it's sold at the Scottsdale 2021 auction for over $1 million US. There is the actual vehicle in real life, and Greenlight has done an awesome job depicting that with their model here. Love how they've got mirrors on it, and this vehicle is also new to my collection. I do have their four-door Bronco castings that were released not long ago, but this is the first two-door I have, and I'm really digging that baby blue or sky blue interior, whatever you want to call it. It does have a hitch and tow equipped trailer, metal base, and some aftermarket parts on it, of course, but really liking those mirrors. Now, they are fairly sturdy, so I imagine they're a little bit fragile. They're not going to be rubbery or flexible, so you might want to be a little careful there. But just a really cool model. And it's a roller as well. We can give it a little bit of a shine too with my microfiber rag. But it shows nicely. Now let's go back in time, 27 years, looking at this Absaroka County Sheriff 94 Ford Bronco XLT. And this was a very popular casting when it was put to market just about a month or so ago. I tried to get more than one, but from the seller I bought it from, they were already sold out. So this one might be hard to get now. You might have to pay a bit of an inflated price. It was quite popular, and it does feature a lot of cool accessories, the running boards, push bar, extremely detailed wheels that look super authentic, and just a great looking truck. Give it a little bit of a shine. Solid. Now, which Bronco would you guys rather have? 2021 or 94? Probably an easy answer for most of you, but I don't know. I'm a little torn. These trucks are both very cool. Now we're going to go to a Dodge product. This is a 1978 Dodge Ram Charger, Texas Department Public Safety Highway Patrol. Another very cool two-door 4x4 truck from yesteryear. This one's probably going to need a little bit of a shine just because it is a black glossy paint job on it. So we are, oh, and it's got the removable roof. Going to try and give it a little bit of a shine. Nothing too crazy here, but here it is without the roof since that came off. The old Panda colors, black and white. No roll bar. Does come with the 5th full-size spare on it, all metal. And with the roof and light bar, just kind of sits on there. It's pretty sturdy unless you tip the vehicle right upside down. Now, I am noticing some deficiencies in the paint quality on this particular casting. As you can see, there are some thumbprints kind of embedded in the paint, and that is really hampering the shine value that we would otherwise have. Hopefully that will shine up with a bit more effort and perhaps some polish. But right out of the box, it's not great, but it doesn't have any actual flaws that I can see. And it is a really good roller, so I'll take it. I mean, I don't really have a choice. Okay, we're going to probably lose that truck if it rolls off. Now let's zoom out a little bit. We're going to look at another vintage police truck. This one is Highway Patrol, California Highway Patrol. Limited edition, 1987 Chevrolet C10 pickup truck with the, what is that, the box cap, I guess. Got a little picture of a highway, some mountains, and another black truck. So it might have some fingerprints and stuff. Removable box, that's pretty cool. And I haven't seen this particular attachment on the Chevrolet pickup trucks from previous. As we can see, it has roof racks. You could carry a canoe on here, and these interesting windows. Really liking this attachment. Hopefully we'll see that with more of these Chevy trucks as they come out, and giving it a quick little polish down the sides. Is that a chip? I think it has a chip on the corner of the roof. No, it doesn't. Just something sticky. So that's coming off, but there's the truck. Actually, it's quite shiny just with that quick rub down. Detailed license plate and very authentic looking steely wheels. And let's put the cap on this truck now. See what that looks like. Can't remember which way it faced. Was it this way or was it that way? Fits both ways. I think it would go this way, yeah. That's the opening tailgate lid or window. That's a nice truck. Rolls pretty good. And we're going to park that in next to the other older vehicles. Now we're going to a newer police vehicle. And that is going to be this 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe, exclusive General Motors fleet of police. So probably a specialty purpose-built demonstration vehicle to sell to various police departments, as these companies sometimes do with vehicles they know are going to appeal to the local law enforcement fleet departments. And a really cool modern looking light bar on this. Really liking that. Just really like this truck, and the casting that Greenlight has done with it is very good. We can see it has the lights simulated right on the mirrors, red and blue, and then at the top of the push bar. So this would be a very bright vehicle coming up behind you if that were the case in real life. We're struggling with the focus a little bit still, so I apologize for that. But a very nice truck. No opening parts on this one. It rolls really well. And it looks good next to all those other vehicles. Now for the NYPD, New York Police Department, 1978 Dodge Monaco. Some cool artwork on these. And actually, they've been releasing this artwork and packaging for a line of police cars for a couple of years now. So if you have these in the packaging, they sure do look nice all together, but they also look great parked next to each other out of the packaging in that iconic blue and white color that we see on the NYPD cars. And I myself, of course, just love big old four-door 70s cars, station wagons, and all the rest. Now, we've got a little bit of grease on the window, but oftentimes this is on the inside of the glass. So there's really no way that we can get to that without taking the car apart. But it does shine up pretty nice. I mean, check out that paint job. Looks really good. Heavy, heavy casting, all metal, of course. It's got a bit of a shake on that back tire, but I think we could probably straighten that out. You can see the tire's just a little off the rim, so we'll worry about that later. Nothing serious. And now for the cousin car. The cousin of this Dodge is the 77 Plymouth Fury. And these are from this unnamed series, at least on the packaging anyways. Kind of Dukes of Hazzards-ish looking. And I really like the paint job on this car. Big, huge 34 across the hood. These Plymouths and Dodges do feature an opening hood. However, it is a bit hard to do. Certainly on camera, I end up usually just picking away at it, so we're not going to do that. Unfortunately, I'm seeing a giant chip right on the fender. So this car was probably dropped at the factory somewhere along the line, which is a little bit unfortunate. Otherwise, still very cool looking. Sheriff decals on it. Great taillight applications. And the chrome window trim all the way around. So let's park that one next to the Dodge after its roll test, and it's a roller as well. Now we're moving on to three taxi cabs. Got one last police car to look at before we get into two more Dodge Diplomats. This one is the Texas Department of Public Safety Highway Patrol. And limited edition, of course. Nothing on the back again. Out it comes, another Panda car, black and white. Probably going to need a bit of a shine, but let's just take a look at it. So it's a little bit greasy. I call it greasy. I mean, I don't really know what it is. It feels kind of greasy. Is it actually greasy? I don't know. But the paint shines up immediately very well. And these are such cool looking cars, aren't they? So, got the decal on the door. Great looking wheels and tires. The dog dish hubcaps. Super cool. So, let's see if it's a roller. Yes, it is. We're not having any issues with rolling, so that is quite welcome. And what a cool looking car. Alright, so two more Dodge Diplomats. These next are taxis. Veterans Cab Company. The 552-1300 phone number on it. Not sure if that's a real phone number or not. Doesn't say anything about the cab company on the packaging. It's not surprising. Out she comes for her first roll. That satin green roof looks pretty cool. And I really dig this red and white paint job. Shiny hubcaps on it. Simulated. And what does the license plate say? Just a standard California plate. So it's a California taxi company. That's what I can discern from the license plate. And just a really nice, I think that's probably going to be one of my favorite Dodge Diplomats because of that paint job. But we've got this other interesting, kind of similar paint job. And this one is a Tijuana, Mexico taxi. I don't know. I can't pronounce that properly, most likely. Please do let me know in the comments if you would like to correct me on my pronunciation, which was completely incorrect, of this 84 Dodge Diplomat. And a nice picture of the flag on the back. Something a little bit different. Oh no, it's the same on the front. Never mind. Out it comes. We can look at some year-to-year model changes if there were any. This one is green and white. And a phone number on the side. Is that an actual phone number? Hard to say. Interesting paint decorations, though, for the white and green. Kind of angular graphics on it. So let's do a Dodge Diplomat side-by-side comparison. On the back, these cars all look the same, and really, I don't think there's going to be any model differences that we're going to be able to see here, but we'll check out the fronts, as often that's where it happens. Each pretty much have the same front, perhaps some slightly different signal lights. Roll test. Oh, we got a parking brake on this car. So the axle is just way too long for this model. I'm not really sure what happened there, where they chose really long axles. Might be best just for me to find a shorter axle or shorten the axle and then reattach the wheels. Not a big deal. Most likely these cars are going to end up in my junkyard somewhere, but not necessarily. So 1991 Ford LTD Crown Victoria, New York, New York. A bit of a street map graphic in the background. Another really favored casting of mine. Big four-door car. And I do have quite a New York cab collection growing. I think this is the first Ford LTD of this generation I have in that collection. This is a new A new paint job for this model. Completely new, I should say. Got the fair cost on the door. And just check out all the good chrome work around the windows and fenders and everything that Greenlight does. Super, super cool. Oh, it's a nice rolling car too. Final car that we're looking at. This is probably a re-release, as I do have a lot of 67 Chevrolet Impala Sport sedans already in my collection that are pretty much the same color, maybe even the same wheels. But this was released in the exclusive line, so you get a chance at buying it if you missed it in the first several releases. Nice shiny paint job, and another opening hood on this model that's actually pretty easy to get, even on camera, which is highly appreciated that it does have that opening part. Superb details on the interior, as you can see, right down to the dashboard and interior door panels. License plate. And what a gorgeous looking car. It's got the older Greenlight tires out that are rather thick. They typically go with more accurately sized tires on the newer models. But I don't mind these thick tires. I think it just kind of gives it a bit more of a custom look. And if you're a Hot Wheels collector, then you really won't or shouldn't have too many concerns with the width of tires on Greenlight, so long as they roll and look good. So it's a nice rolling car. Got quite a few vehicles here. And an absolute mountain of plastic to sift through. I do keep all the card backs for my Greenlight library of cars that I've purchased and opened for you guys here on the channel. And for my collection. A final once over. Very, very cool. Lots of shiny cars. And I have a huge order of Greenlight vehicles coming in the near future, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be epic. It's going to be a giant, giant box, and I'm going to be keeping busy, that's for sure. Finding cars for the junkyard, for the display walls, and also lots of videos coming for the rest of the summer for you guys. Production has slowed down a little bit as I've got just a lot of projects on the go right now in spring, as often does happen, but count on finding lots of videos in the near future and throughout the year and for into the long-term future. Also got some Johnny Lightnings I need to check out with you guys, and it's been a while since we've looked at vintage stuff, so a bit overdue. Was going to do a Matchbox year-by-year video similar to what I did with the Hot Wheels, so that is still on the radar, as I have all the Matchbox catalogs for pretty much every year from 1964 to like 2000, I think. So that'll be pretty cool to do with you guys. Stay around for all that. Of course, if you're after anything that you saw in this video or anything at all, happy hunting. Enjoy the hobby. We'll see you guys soon.